our environment. Our environment. I remember when we were in school, right? They say, what are the factors that affect this? Yeah, one of the things that I know that is always there, or mostly sometimes there, is our environment. The environment plays a very good factor. This, or you hear something like environmental factors that affect something like this, and that just came to me when I was reflecting yesterday night, on that. What are the things that my environment, right, has affected? What decisions have I made based off my environment? Because if you look at it, some things that we said a few years back, that I will not do this thing. I know some people that said I will not wear trousers. I will not wear a ring. Oh, I will not add attachment to my hair. Oh, I will not pierce my nose. It's a very bad thing to do and everything like that. I'm not condemning anyone, because what is constant? Change, right? Environmental change. Change is constant. Maybe in our environment, anything, but change is constant. So my point is, when you're reflecting today, try and reflect on this. Maybe let me add this to your reflection. What decisions have I made based off my environment? Because when I did that, I saw that maybe if I've not changed my environment, or if my environment did change, maybe I won't be here today. Maybe I'll be somewhere better, maybe I'll be somewhere lesser. But imagine the probability of places that you would have been if your environment was different from the environment that you are in currently. Imagine that for someone that's me, like me, that wasn't born with a silver spoon. Let's say I was born in a rich family, then that means I have a different environment compared to the environment I am in currently. What would have been the trajectory of my life, right? And a very wise woman once taught me about the circle of, is it control? Yeah, where she said that outside the circle were things that you could not control and the things that you can control. And yes, when you are reflecting, you'll be thinking about things that maybe if I was born in this family, maybe. But even though in our environment, right, whatever environment we find ourselves in, whatever decision that we are made to make, right, or we want to make, right, in whatever environment that we want to apply that circle of control on our life. That what are the things that I can control in this my environment? And another thing that we should take note is, we should be careful of some decisions that we make based on our environment that will affect our future. I know of ladies, close friends, that made very wonderful decisions that, I mean, I'm not a judge. I can't be a judge and say it has marred their life, but that affected some things basically, and all of those decisions were made because of them controlling something in their environment based off just the environment, not looking at what if I change, what if something happens, what if this happens, you get. So my point is, avoid all this rambling, and let's just, because this is one of the very good habits of just reflecting on some things, because it affects your decision making. It makes you think clearer and better, right? And just think about it. How was my environment, or what decisions have I made based off my environment? How has my environment affected my decisions? How has my environment affected my life? Sometimes you may see that you need to change your environment. Yeah, and it's good if you see that. Sometimes you may need to change, and it's very good to act fast, because remember, this life is too short to be saying I'll do it now, I'll do it later. I changed my environment, and I'm happy for where I am currently. I don't know if I'll have achieved what I've achieved now based if I was in my former environment. Meanwhile, I'm not a judge. I can't say what I didn't try, right? But I'm happy for where I am now because I changed my environment. My advice to anyone is to make that reflection and maybe change if it needs change. And my advice is to do it immediately. The best time to do anything is now. So that's my own little rant. Sorry I'm cross-eyed, so my eyes may be looking differently, but you'll be seeing me very well on your screen. Just me ranting, saying whatever I want to say. So this is me. I'm Ayola Esther. Nice to meet you, everyone, and bye.